A Nevada senator says a lot of people diagnosed with mental health problems aren't being included in a national database used to check backgrounds of gun buyers. A Republican senator from Reno says the number of court-ordered involuntary admissions to the state's two public psychiatric hospitals is much lower than the number of cases referred and granted by the courts. He says over the past 2 years, petitions were filed seeking the involuntary commitment of 4,700 people determined to be a danger. Of those, only a fraction resulted in court-ordered commitments, a step that triggers a listing in the national database. In many cases, people are hospitalized without a court order while legal proceedings continue. The senator wants to close that loophole. The Senate Democratic leader is promising to act this year on legislation that went nowhere in the last Congress, including to the victims of Superstorm Sandy and financial help for the U.S. Postal Service. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid cited several bills that were never completed because of the deep partisan divisions between Democratic-run Senate and the Republican-controlled House. In a speech on the Senate floor, Reid said the Senate would consider a farm bill and Violence Against Women Act, as well as other measures that the House didn't pass. Reid said he was cautiously optimistic that the new Congress would be characterized by cooperation and compromise. President Barack Obama plans to visit Las Vegas next week on the first trip outside Washington of his second term. Obama made numerous stops in Nevada while campaigning for re-election and defeated Republican Mitt Romney in the state. A White House official confirmed the destination on condition of anonymity before the formal commitment. Other details were not immediately available. A Nevada woman accused of trying to vote twice is agreeing to plead guilty to a reduced charge in a case that she says shows the need for voters to produce photo identification. Roxanne Rubin said Thursday she showed how easy it would be to vote with just a signature. She stopped at a second early voting polling place in Henderson on October 29th after shouting to her husband that she would be allowed to vote. Rubin says voters should have to show photo ID. She agreed in court to plead guilty to attempting to vote twice, but the charge will be reduced to a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, if she stays out of trouble for 6 months. She also paid almost $2,500 in restitution to the state for the investigation. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.